Hi, this is Jim Mulholland with Cyfair Real Estate. Property taxes in Texas and Houston specific particular are a big chunk of what you will be paying on your monthly payment. So there's a lot of questions regarding how that is calculated, especially when it comes to homestead exemptions and over 65 exemptions and how those work and how those are all calculated and how you can find all the information out. So I created a little web application, added it to cyfairrealestate.com. So you, the potential homeowner or the homeowner or someone who's just curious, can go out to our website and easily put in information from the appraisal district to see what your potential monthly and annual taxes would be for either your current house or a house that you're looking to purchase or a friend's house or whatever. So today I kind of just wanted to demo how that works and explain how just taxes in general work a little more. So let's dive down into it. So here we are on cyfairrealestate.com. To get to this new page, you go to the more, and down here I just made it very easy to find Harris County Property Tax Calculator. You can click on that. Currently it is geared towards Harris County. I may add other counties in the future, but it's easy to put in data from other counties if you have that information. It's also here in the footer, Harris County Property Tax Calculator. You click on that. Also, again, at cyfairrealestate.com. And then you get to this calculator page. So we have a little snippet on how, what the calculator is, how it works. But then if you scroll down a little bit, you get to the actual calculator page. So let's say you are looking for a house online. So say you're looking for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house in Bridgeland with a 3-car garage. You find this one that happens to be our listing at 15118 Kickapoo Cavern Drive, with a price of $485,000. So the easiest way to get the current and up-to-date detailed information in terms of taxes is to copy that street name, go to search.hcad.org. That is the Harris County Appraisal District.org search site. And you can put any address in Harris County into this site. You can put any address in Harris County into the site. I'll take out the drive, so I'll just put the 15118 Kickapoo Cavern. I click search. I get the information here. So in this case, the market value is $471,189. So you go here and you put that into this appraised value. So put that into the appraised value. And then here, then I just got to verify that all these rates are correct. So you got the Cypress ISD, which we have that defaulted in 1.0669. All the Harris County taxes we also have defaulted in. All right. So the differences, that's going to be the main difference other than school district, between neighborhood to neighborhood, house to house. If there's a MUD, a WCID, a PID, or some other local jurisdiction, a city tax, something like that. So make sure if there is, you go and you add that tax correctly here. So in this case, we have Harris County MUD 489 and Harris County WCID 159, and they're at 0.91 and 0.415. So I'm going to do HC, so 0.91 under HC MUD 1. And then under HC MUD WCID 2, I'm going to have 0.415. And other taxes here would be like a city tax, like in the city of Tomball or possibly city of Houston, Jersey Village, something like that, or a public utility district type tax. There could be other taxes. If there is a tax that you wanted to add that is not on here, you can just click add taxing entity. And you click on that here, and then it'll put a blank thing down here. You can add a new entity down here. And if you want to take it off, there's an X way over to the right. Just click the X, and that takes that taxing entity off. And then last is the emergency district. Those are also going to vary from home to home, neighborhood to neighborhood. These are relatively small taxes. In this case, is 038831, which I believe is basically what I have, 0388. So that's basically what I have. So now I have all these rates correctly in here. You don't have to do anything. It's once you change the data or change the appraised value, it's going to be automatically calculated what your monthly and annual taxes are. So we default in the homestead exemption. So in this case, Cypress ISD has a flat rate of $140,000. It's actually everything in the state of Texas. This is something we voted on for 2026. So every home with a homestead is going to get a $140,000 exemption in there. And then we also get a 20% exemption on top of that in Cypress ISD. So what that means is based on you go get your home price, you deduct 140,000 and you deduct 20%, and that kind of gives you what your home is going to be taxed based off of. So then you multiply that 1.0669, and that's how you get your tax after homestead exemption. If you're over 65, you get to take another $60,000 off and use that for your homestead your over 65 exemption. So Harris County, you get 20% homestead exemption, plus you get $320,000 off if you're over 65. For Lone Star College, you get an 8% exemption plus $75,000 if you're over 65. MUDs and WCIDs, this is something you would have to go verify and check yourself. Most of them don't have exemptions, but some do, like a $20,000 exemption. Here you can see I just default in $20,000 for over 65 because that's kind of a basic, kind of a standard for WCIDs for the over 65 is $20,000. I'll do all that, and down here we get a summary. So in this case, if you don't have an exemption, your tax is going to be about $15,000, just under $15,000, and works out to about 3.17%. If you have a homestead exemption, which means that this is your primary home, that is what a homestead exemption is. This is your primary home. If that is the case, you get to take those deductions. If that's the case, your tax rate goes down to, or your tax amount for the year goes down to $11,783, which works out to about 2.5% tax and $981 a month. If you're over 65, it goes all the way down to $87.87, 1.86 effective tax rate, and about $730 a month. So if you want to see that broken down, you click here, show line item breakdown. Click on that, and it will actually break down that calculation that I kind of breezed through at the top. So what your taxable amount is, what it would be with no exemptions, and then what it is with the homestead exemption. This is what your taxable amount is here, what the tax works out to be. So you basically save half in this particular house with the homestead exemption, and then what it would be with the over 65 exemption. So you kind of get a nice breakdown to see what you're looking at for all the different entities. And then either those are paid with your mortgage. If you escrow, your escrow company, which is kind of your lender, will take this out automatically, and they'll pay this for you. If not, if you pay this yourself, you don't have an escrow. How it's going to work is you actually get a bill at the end of the year. You'll get, in this case, I would get 4 bills. I'd get one from Cypress ISD. That would have to write them a check if I have a homestead for $25.28. I'd get one from Harris County, which would be basically all of these things added together. So that would be another bill I would have to send out to pay, or pay online. Actually, you can just pay electronically. I'd get one from my first MUD district, and then I get another one from my second MUD district. So, and that emergency service district also goes with Harris County also. So, but anyway, so in this case, it'd be 4 different bills you get that you'd have to pay. And they are all able to pay those online electronically, which is kind of convenient versus actually mailing in a check via an envelope. So that's kind of how the tool works. Here is more information, FAQs on taxes and information. Here's a contact form if you want to contact me or any of our agents. If you have questions about your taxes or a house you're looking at, maybe you have a question about how taxes work. In terms of school district here, these are kind of the school districts that we kind of specialize in. So Cypress is the main one. You go to Katy ISD, it automatically updates the rate here. Katy ISD does not get the 20% exemption, but it does get the $140,000 exemption. So you can see what a house in Harris County and Katy gets. Same with Tomball, updates the rate automatically, and same with Waller. But again, you can confirm this with the rate that's actually on Harris County Appraisal District. And then same thing, if you want to get information on other counties, say you're looking at Montgomery County or Fort Bend County, another surrounding county, you can just go, they all have their own appraisal districts. You can go there, do the same thing, search for an address, get all the numbers in terms of the taxing percentages and the appraisal values for those properties. And you can plug it into this same tool and get all the information that you want, and kind of give you a pretty good estimate on what you're looking at in terms of taxes annually and monthly, whether it's no homestead, or over 65 exemption. So that's it. Hopefully this tool can be useful. I'm a little surprised there's really not a whole lot out there already like this. I know I can't find any. So hopefully this is useful for somebody to kind of help you out, and I guess give you a little peace of mind of what you're looking for taxes in your new house or your current house or whatever house. And if you don't want to mess with it and you just want to have someone do it for you, please give me a call or one of our agents a call here at Sci-Fi Real Estate. We would be happy to help. So my name again is Jim Mulholland. I am with Sci-Fi Real Estate here in Cypress, Texas. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.